Hey guys, it's Michelle, and today is Tuesday, October 9th. So it's day 9 of Dark October stitching, and I wanted to show you my progress on Hallow Eden. So this is by Plum Street Samplers, and I started this last October as part of Dark October, of course. And I'm stitching it on a piece of fabric that my friend Sylvia dyed and gave me a long time ago. And it is kind of reading purplish on camera, but it's not. It's like a charcoal gray. In fact, I think it's a little bit darker than my Dutch Beauty fabric. So, anyway, so this is an Adam and Eve. It's a little like, Garden of Erie, that it has that kind of Halloween vibe while still being an Adam and Eve sampler. So, so I worked on this 2 nights. Tonight will be my last night to work on this before I switch to something else. And so in the past 2 nights, I've done the Z that's down there in the U that U shaped by the snake. That's a partial Z. So I stitched the Z. I stitched the 2 little triangle pyramid things, and I stitched Eve and the pumpkin that she's holding. So now I think tonight I'm probably going to move on to the tree and see what I can do there. But I'm really loving this so far. The thread that I'm using for the letters, I think, is the called for thread, and it's Weeks Coal, and it's gorgeous. I mean, it's black, but it's a variegated black, so it kind of goes to a charcoal, from a charcoal to like a black, and I love it. I love the variegation. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing what I can get done tonight. And in case you caught a little glimpse of it, there is something down below. So you may recall this piece of fabric I used for my test stitch for Dutch Beauty, and I just never went back and ripped it out. That's like the swan's head. Black swans have red eyes and red beaks, but it looks like this strange sort of Loch Ness monster from the depths coming up in my sampler. I don't know that I'm gonna have to rip that out. I think I've got plenty of room, but yeah. These are the crazy shenanigans I get up to in my stitching. So anyway, and my needle minder was made for and sent to me last year, I think. And I'm so sorry, I can't remember off the top of my head who sent it to me, but she sent me several of these and thought that they would be awesome to use in my haunted dollhouse. But then she made me a couple needle minders too, so I love that. It's awesome. So anyway, yeah, so that's what I'm getting up to tonight, and then, like I said, tomorrow I will be working on something different. So happy stitching. Ta-ta. Don't look over here. Hi. I pulled thread for my one new start for Dark October, I'm going to start Black Cat Hollow by Barbara Anna. This is a salve that I'm doing with Emily and Tracy P. and a few other folks, Trisha maybe. And so I just got my fabric. This is 32 count murky, picture this plus, and I just pulled all of the DMCs. It's looking a little more green than it really is. These are more golds and grays than, like, this is looking really green and it's not. So anyway, now I'm set for my new start on the 13th. Hey guys, it is day 10 of Dark October. So obviously it's October 10th. And here is where I ended up on Halloween last night. I was able to get that tree started. Actually started with this, which I think is probably the Y, you know, that she's sort of superimposed on top of. So this little bit of a letter. And then I started on this tree. I got all of the black done, and now I'm just sort of filling in from the bottom up. And I think this is Stepping Stones is the color. And then I did this little bird. So not a huge ton of progress, but I'm happy with how much I got done in 3 nights. So this one is going away, and my next piece that I'm going to work on starting tonight is Blackbird Designs Casting a Spell. So let me show you that. So this is the piece that we're talking about, and you may remember that when I started this last year, I didn't have, let me back up. It was charted for Gentle Arts, dark chocolate, espresso bean, pumpkin pie, tarnished gold. And I didn't love that color palette because I wanted it to be black instead of brown. And I do have the box for this too, by the way. It's been sitting here forever, which is why I decided maybe I should stitch it. But anyway, I switched up my color palette, hated it. Just the orange and the gold that I had picked were just bad. And so I saw another Blackbird piece, Raven Bewitched, that has a totally different color palette that's like purple and cranberry and gray and black, and so that's what I switched to. So here's where I'm at currently on this. Not a whole lot of progress. I ripped out and restitched the crow and started on this band. So I had stitched a good bit of that, ripped it out, and now I'm restitching. And I am stitching this on 32 count oyster from Silk Weaver. It actually calls for 28 count, nope, 30 count Confederate gray. I figure 32 count is pretty close, so we're good. And so these are the colors that I switched to. This is Gentle Arts Current. This is a limited edition from the Jenny Bean Halloween thread kit called Nightmare. And it's black. It's got a tiny little bit of blue in it. Gentle Arts Wood Trail, which is that pretty gray. And then Gentle Arts Garden Gate. And it looks like I don't have my purple in here. So I need to go figure out where my purple is so that I can stitch on this tonight. So that's the plan. My pretty needle minder that was a gift from a friend. So, all right, I gotta go find my purple. Hey guys, it's Michelle, and it is October 13th. So dark October stitching and dark 13 stitching happens today. So I thought we deserved a little mood lighting. I've got my salt lamp on. It is storming outside and the weather has cooled off considerably, so it's the perfect day to do some stitching. So the past 3 nights I've worked on Blackbird Designs Casting a Spell, and this is how far I got. So I had, maybe a little bit of this motif, and I've worked all the way down. There is kind of one more repeat down here. I had hoped to get the whole thing done, but didn't happen. I wasn't honestly super excited to work on this. It was kind of boring, and I'm hoping that the rest of the motifs go a little faster. But that's where I ended. And so tonight, or today, I'm going to start on Barbara Anna's Black Hat Hallow, which is a SAL with Emily, Eclectic Possessions, and Tracy P, and a few other folks. And I'm going to be, I'll put a picture of that here. I'm going to be stitching on 32 count Murky. This is my, I picture this plus, this is my first piece of Murky. I'm super excited about it. And I'm super excited about the thread colors. I posted a photo on Instagram so that you could see a better representation of the fabric and the threads, and I will post that here. So I'm really excited to get started on that. So happy dark 13 stitching, happy dark October stitching. I thought I would share my Halloween decorations, except that these cups actually stay up all year. But I put out some of my Halloween smalls. So I thought I would share those. This one is my favorite. My little felt acorns and pumpkins. Cast a spell, cast your spells, Stacey Nash. That was a dark October start, the first year of dark October. I've got a few more little smalls to finish, but I thought I'd share these.